This is your weather briefing for Sunday, February the 3rd, 2013. And it's a pretty quiet weather briefing around the Omaha area. We have a couple of areas of precipitation, one off to the east. The Great Lakes area has been quite active and continues to be so. And also off to the west, the Rocky Mountain states, fair amounts of moisture there. In the meanwhile, we're looking at relatively clear skies, some scattered high clouds in the satellite picture here, but generally speaking, it's going to be dry. It's going to be very pleasant for the next several days. Temperatures mild in the 40s, and we're not looking for much in the way of precipitation before next weekend. That's when the next system comes this way, and it looks as though it could be a rainmaker at that point as opposed to a snowmaker. And a quick glance at radar also confirming that there's really nothing going on precipitation-wise, not only in Omaha, but pretty much the entire central portion of the country pretty quiet. We're missing out on the snow that's affecting the Great Lakes area, the clipper systems that are coming down from Canada, and that will stay off to the east and not affect us at all over the coming days. Having mentioned that we've got several days of sunshine coming up, we would take a look longer range at the next potential wet weather maker for us, and this is a projected map for next Saturday morning, the 9th. And at this point, we can look and see it's still dry in the Omaha area, but to the south, there's moisture beginning to come up across Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and also off to the west, back across Utah. And these two systems will sort of converge and bring some rain to us as we get into next weekend. You can see this would be the map for Saturday night, the 9th, and starting to look pretty green around here, all that being precipitous moisture in the form of rain. And as this goes into Sunday, then we start to see some colder air wrapping in behind, and there might be some snow showers wrapping around into the end of next weekend, but it's going to be about that far away before we see that happen. So this is again as a projection for a week out. Plenty can change, but the computers are pulling together a pretty significant weather pattern for later in the week, and then it affects us next weekend and heads off into the Great Lakes. Across the region, forecast highs are going to be colder to the east, milder to the west. We're looking at readings in the lower 40s for highs today, but you can see further to the west, back across Nebraska, we get into the 50s. The orange area is even approaching 60 southwest as you get down toward the Nebraska-Kansas border. That's not going to be here anytime soon. The wind flow isn't really supporting that. Everything's coming out of the northwest, so we'll stay fairly steady in the 40s with a bit of a rise toward the end of the week, but not seeing any of the very cold air that we're seeing off to the east and northeast. That's also going to stay out of the way. That's your weather briefing for Sunday, February 3rd, 2013. Thanks for checking in, and have a great day.